Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to put an electric fan on pretty much any classic car. I have this 74 Ford F100 with a 460 in it, and originally it had a 360 in it, and that had a mechanical fan. But when I put the 460 in, the mechanical fan off that 360 hit that water neck there, and I had already kind of wanted to put an electric fan on, so I went ahead and did it. Again, I think this will be pretty general for any classic car. So let's jump right in. First thing is you got to find an electric fan. You can go buy a brand new one of these, or you can do what I did and just find one for cheap. I got this fan. It's for Crown Vic. Um, bought it for 20 bucks off Facebook Marketplace. It did have a speed controller on it that was controlled from the ECU, but I ended up cutting that out and just running positive and negative to it. I'm gonna finish cleaning up those wires, but this was kind of set up so I could at least test it and make sure it worked. Then once you get your fan, you have to figure out your fan shroud situation. Again, you can buy a whole kit with the electric fan and fan shroud. I had some leftover sheet metal, and so I cut mine out. I kind of drew a circle on it and then made these tabs, and I used my grinder to cut out the hole in it for the fan, and then bent these tabs back and just ran some self tappers through it, and that seems to be pretty good. I did fold the top and bottom of the aluminum just to make it a little more sturdy, and then in one place I had to run one of these zip tie things through the radiator just to pull it in. I might do another one down here just to make sure that this doesn't move too much, because it is pretty tight right there with the water pump. But that's how I got mine mounted. And then, of course, I just ran some nuts and bolts in the corners. So once you got your fan and your fan shroud ready, next step would be wiring. So like I said, I have just the plus and the minus coming off the fan, and then that's going to run over to a relay. This fan in the Crown Vic used a 50 amp fuse, so I said, well, I'm going to use a 50 amp fuse on here. Got that. Honestly, I just got some of those connectors right there that slide onto the end of the fuse, and then I 3D printed this gray bracket. I'll probably print a new one that's a little nicer, but this was just, again, for setup. Got that fuse in there, and then we also need a switch. And I've got my switch right there. I got fog lights and then my fan there. So now we're going to start at the battery, and I'll show you how the wiring goes. 12 volt positive from the battery. I ran it up over my grill over here, and that then comes in straight to the fuse. So everything, there's a fuse between everything and the battery. Then out of the fuse, I have two wires. Both of them go into the relay. One of them is for switching the relay, and then one of them is for feeding the fan. Every relay you'll buy will come with diagrams for it, so you'll know which goes where. But like for me, I needed something that would handle the 50 amps, so I had to make sure I got a relay rated for that. And then I have ground for the relay. So there's 12 volts going to the relay all the time. And then to turn the relay, or to close the relay, I switched ground. So all I had to do then with 12 volts here is run this ground back through the firewall into that switch. So at this switch, I've got ground coming out firewall to the switch, and then all the switch does is connect it into ground right there. So just connecting the relay to ground then flips it, and that allows 12 volt to go through the relay, out this blue wire, and to our fan. I'm not going to run it very long, but flip this. You definitely do want a relay for any radiator fan you're going to install. They pull a lot of current, and this one pulls a ton of current. Some of them pull less, but you still never want to really run any amount of current through a switch that small. This was only 10 bucks. I think it's totally worth it. And this fuse got from AutoZone. Again, I found this off Marketplace. I think I got these off Amazon. Wiring, I think I got it AutoZone. So pretty straightforward. You just need a switch, a fuse, a relay, a fan. You might need a shroud, and you'll be good to go. So yeah, that's how you can put an electric fan in your classic vehicle. Thanks for watching.